Hey guys, today I'll be talking to you guys about Halloween and my experience celebrating Halloween as a kid and my experience with Halloween as a Christian adult. So there's three types of Christians. There's Christians that celebrate Halloween, there's Christians that seek alternatives to Halloween, such as dressing up as Bible characters and celebrating that and doing Bible plays, and there's Christians that do not celebrate Halloween at all.
So I'm excited about our gathering we're going to have. I think it's going to be a great alternative to Halloween.
I think you're right.
So our theme this year, girls, is going to be freedom. I haven't heard from God about the details. We got to listen for that, but we're just going to pray for people and worship God, and we want to just provide a place for people to come, and if they don't want to go trick-or-treating, and just it'd be great for Eden to have her first gathering like that.
I've thought about it, and I think that I'm gonna take Eden trick-or-treating. It's her first Halloween, and it's just about dressing up and getting candy, I just think of it as like a, good American tradition.
Most of Olivia's decisions as a parent, I really am 100% behind, but there's a few areas where we just disagree with her. I just, of course, always want them to choose God first, and then family.
I think the thing that bothers me, it's not so much that I think, a costume is evil, it's more that there's actually real evil in the world. I remember reading a newspaper article about the sheriffs finding animal sacrifices in the woods.
Yeah.
There really are people still today worshiping Satan, and that activity's like heightened on Halloween. And
we'd never want to glorify that in any way.
Even though I had an awesome childhood, there are definitely a few little things that I'm gonna do differently raising Eden.
Our rules in the family, we don't want to dress in costumes that celebrate evil, like witches and warlocks.
Because first and foremost, we are Christians,
Yeah.
and our faith comes first.
Yeah.
You know what? It's my daughter's first Halloween, and even though I respect my parents' opinion, I'm gonna take her trick-or-treating.
And I am the third Christian. I do not celebrate Halloween at all, and I will be getting into this video. So a disclaimer is that some of you guys may not like what I have to say about Halloween, and this is just a disclaimer that basically some of you guys just want to dress up, you guys want to have candy, you guys want to go trick-or-treating, you guys want to go to parties, and you know what, I can't knock you for that. If you're not a Christian, I can't knock you for that. And I used to be the same way. I used to want to go out, get dressed up, look cute, and go to a party for Halloween. And some of you guys may not like what I have to say, but this is just my truth and what I know about Halloween and what I want to share with you guys. So many people see Halloween as a day to just dress up as your favorite character and get free candy and all that stuff, but ever since I became a Christian, I've become privy to the knowledge that Halloween isn't all that you think it is. It's way more, and it's way more evil. In this video, I will be talking more about my personal experience with Halloween and why I personally don't celebrate it. One of the many reasons I don't celebrate Halloween is because I know what it's like to be attacked by demons. And I know that sounds weird to some people, like some people don't even believe in demons, but there is a spiritual aspect to Halloween, and that's a side of things that I do not agree with. I see no spiritual benefit from celebrating Halloween, and actually Halloween is one of the major satanic holidays. If you actually look in the satanic calendar, then Halloween is one of their most celebrated holidays. And if you knew how demons function, you would not be celebrating Halloween. I personally won't be getting into the roots of Halloween, but there's a great YouTuber called Gabby that made a video about the roots of Halloween, and I will link that video in the description below. And I think that you should really take the time to watch that video. It gives so much depth about the roots of Halloween and why Halloween is such a dark holiday and super evil. So growing up, I wasn't brought up into a Christian family, and I would celebrate Halloween every year. And I would dress up and I would go trick-or-treating with family and friends, and I would celebrate Halloween just like everybody else. And ironically, my parents didn't celebrate Halloween. Like, they would get me and my sister's costumes, but they themselves wouldn't dress up and they wouldn't go to Halloween parties. And I thought that was very strange and very weird and very lame. But now as a Christian adult, I really respect that, and I see kind of why they didn't do it. So as the years went on, Halloween would get more and more hypersexualized for girls. Like,
and work on my costume. In the regular world, Halloween is when children dress up in costumes and beg for candy. In girl world, Halloween is the one night a year when a girl let and no other girls can say anything about it. The hardcore girls just wear lingerie and some form of animal ears.
Doesn't she look great, honey? What are you? I'm a mouse. Duh.
in middle school, I would just dress up like as a Powerpuff Girl and really conservative and just fun. But in high school, I was always like a sexy cop or a sexy student or a sexy Tinkerbell. And it was just super hypersexualized for women. And I just do not like that aspect of Halloween at all. I just think that women should never be sexualized like that unless you want to, but me personally, I don't want to. So I just don't like that aspect of Halloween. And in a recent year before I became a Christian, I actually dressed up as a dominatrix with a black corset, black short shorts, high heels, and a whip, and a mask, and all this stuff. And I don't approve of that costume anymore. And I just, looking back, I just don't know what I was thinking wearing that. But I didn't know, like, I had no idea, like, how hypersexualized I was making myself out to be. And I just don't agree with that anymore. Now, I do have to say that one year as a Christian, I did dress up, and I knew it was wrong, but I still did it because I kind of just did it for my own satisfaction, even though it wasn't glorifying God at all. And basically, I dressed up like last minute to go out to a party with my friends, and I was wearing a jersey that I borrowed from my friend's closet and like the black under eye paint and black leggings, and I just kind of justified it as like, oh, I'm not really dressed up, so it really doesn't matter. But I was still celebrating Halloween. I was just making excuses, and I went out that night and I partied, and I saw a lot of stuff that I kind of just brushed off. And you know, I wasn't glorifying God at all by celebrating Halloween, and I just don't like that memory. I just don't like that I can say that, you know, one time as a Christian, knowing how evil this holiday is, that I did celebrate it. But I thought that today, you know, it is Halloween today, and I figured that I would make this video and shed some light on the subject, and you know, link a video down in the description that, you know, sheds light on the subject as well. And hopefully that we can have a discussion in the comments below about Halloween and why it's not to be celebrated by Christians, or basically shouldn't be celebrated by anyone, because it's just a bad holiday. And there's a lot of bad stuff that happens on Halloween, even when, especially when you get older. It's like you go to parties and they offer you all this stuff, and they offer you a lot of drinks, and they offer you drugs. And I was offered a certain substance, and I took the substance, and I had the worst night of my life. This is one night in college that I will never forget. And I just remember I had a really bad trip on this substance, and basically I freaked out, and my so-called friends there at the party didn't even really help me. They only helped me like once the people that were hosting the party like asked like who brought me there, and you know, ironically they gave me that substance. The people that I came with, my friends, my friends that I came with gave me those substances, and it was really bad. And you know, I know that drug use isn't limited to Halloween, obviously, but things like that can happen on Halloween, and it's just really bad. And you should be really careful about parties you go to, not only on Halloween but anywhere. And also, like, when kids go trick-or-treating, you know, a lot of I know growing up that a lot of the candy had to be searched because people would put stuff in candy and like poison people, and you know, try to kill people, try to hurt little kids. And I just don't see the point in a holiday where you would have to be careful of like searching candy from strangers and stuff. The whole idea is just kind of weird to me. So yeah. Also, I think that Halloween is just a deceptive holiday. I think the act of putting on a costume is just deceptive within itself. And a lot of people are like, no, it's just harmless. But if you really look into the roots and origins of Halloween, it really is not a good holiday, like I mentioned before. And also, it's become like an American cultural holiday where people kind of just like, you know, they don't really know why they're celebrating Halloween. They just do it because everybody else is doing it. And I really implore you to watch Gabby Gumshoe's video that I will have linked in the description down below, because this holiday is just not one to mess with at all. And not only this, but in America, billions and billions of dollars are spent on costumes and candy for Halloween. And it's just like so ridiculous how much money people go into buying costumes and candy for this one day. It's literally a billion-dollar business, and I don't know, it's just not worth it to me at all. And to spend so much money on a holiday that you don't really even know the roots of, it's just kind of weird to me that you would spend this money on a holiday that you don't even know the roots of. And if you knew the roots of it, you would stop celebrating it. And if you do know the roots of it, well, I just beg you to ask yourself why you're still celebrating it. Not only are people spending a lot of money on this holiday with candy and costumes, but a lot of kids are gonna have to go to the dentist after a few months after Halloween for all this candy that they have. And I just think that, you know, like, dentists are expensive, and you're gonna have to spend money on the dentist if your kids are in all this candy, or eating all this candy. And that's even more money wasted. So I don't know, I just don't recommend celebrating Halloween at all, personally. So I will end this video on a positive note, and one good thing that comes from Halloween is that the day after Halloween, the day after today, November 1st, candy goes on sale like 50%, 60%, 70% off. And I think that's really good if you do like chocolate and you do eat it in moderation. And also, I would suggest that you buy the candy that doesn't have the ghosts and the pumpkins on it. That kind of relates back to Halloween. But if you could find candy that's on sale that doesn't have all that stuff on the wrapping, then that's the candy that I would buy. That's the candy that I'm probably gonna buy tomorrow. So I would like to know your guys' thoughts about Halloween, whether you're a Christian or not, and if you celebrate it or if you don't. And I would like to have this discussion in the comments below. And I'm always open to talk to you guys. I'm not like a mean person. I'm not like a mean Christian that you can't come to and talk to. I'm making this video for awareness about Halloween and what this holiday is truly about, and why I personally don't celebrate it. So I hope this video helped you guys about seeing a little bit more truth about Halloween. And please don't forget to watch Gabby Gumshoe's video linked down below. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys have a safe Halloween if you do celebrate it. And please check your candy and all that stuff. But I really hope that you guys just start to see the truth and see Halloween for what it is. And yeah, I love you guys so much. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.